Hello, 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 beauties. So I just wanted to pop in here because I got a message that I really wanted to respond to openly so that all of you who may be experiencing some of the same things, forgive me, y'all. I've been working out with my bamboo stick. I have a really crazy ass back injury, and this helps me to keep my back straight while I'm stretching. Anyway, I digress. Y'all know I'll be all over the place sometimes. But I got a crazy message. Not a crazy message, but I got a message that made me think about where I was just 4 years ago living in Atlanta. Um, y'all know I love Atlanta. I love everything about Atlanta. When I moved to Atlanta, it was such a culture shock. I mean, black people doing big things. I need to be a part of that, right? But there was something, even though I lived in Atlanta for 3 years and I loved every minute of it, there there was something that I needed more of in my life. I didn't know what it was. I felt lost. You know how you feel like you should be grateful for what you have. Like, why are you even wanting more? You got a nice place, you doing good with your business, you doing good on the job, you got a nice car, you look good, seemingly checking all the boxes, right? But there was just something that was like, this ain't it. I don't know what it is. So I really just started to meditate a lot. That's when I had my whole spiritual awakening when I moved to Atlanta. It was just something that happened automatically. It wasn't like I went in search of this spiritual, awakening, but it was just something that happened. And that is when I learned that if you ask the proper questions, you'll get the answers. And my question above all was, what is my next best step? I came to Atlanta. I feel like I conquered. I'm doing things in Atlanta that I didn't do my whole life in Las Vegas. But what is my next best step? Because I know this ain't it. Because I had begun to do some of the same things in Atlanta that I was doing in Las Vegas, feeling like I was just in this perpetual rat race, like this perpetual hamster wheel, just doing the same thing over and over. And I was like, there has to be more to life than this. I mean, I wasn't created to just be work, 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 and getting up doing the same thing and not feeling fulfilled. So when I began to ask the proper questions, like, what is it that I want? What is my next best step? Sitting still with myself, just being one with me, and really respecting and valuing my time, not spending my time on no bullshit around bullshit people doing bullshit things, but really just getting into me. That's when I started to get the answers. And before I knew it, I tell y'all all the time, Spirit moved me here to Bali, Indonesia. Now, in fact, the exact date that I got on the plane to come here to Bali, Indonesia, and it was not something that was planned, it was just something that I noticed, but it was 02/02/2020. That's a palindrome. It's the same numbers going forward and the same numbers going backwards. 02/02/2020 is the day that I sat down in the seat on the plane to move to Bali, Indonesia. And when I sat down in that seat, it was like all my stress, all my troubles, all my fears, everything just disappeared. I felt like I was doing the right thing. And lo and behold, the moment I got here, I started to hear about the whole virus going down. And this was a proper place for me to be, to preserve myself, to preserve my mind, my body, my spirit, to rest, to be able to sit here on this side and look on that side and see what was going on, and then begin to understand, like, yeah, all you had to do was listen to me, see what I did for you, where you can start trusting yourself. And ever since then, you guys, I have been trusting myself. I have been trusting those urges, those callings, those nudges that I'm getting on the inside of me. I know what they mean. I know what they are. I know the power of myself, my thoughts, and I know the power of the connection to the divine. And I just want you to be able to trust yourself as well. Because once you start to trust yourself and you start to believe in those whispers, and you don't have to wait for the boulder to bust you upside the head because you're listening to the whispers, then your whole life changes. Give yourself permission to power. In fact, I wrote a book about it. Permission to Power. If you have not purchased my book, get my book, Permission to Power. Give yourself permission to stand in the power that you already possess. But it is great for someone to come here who is having some spiritual challenges or physical challenges with your body. You know, the food here is organic. It's beautiful here. The weather here is beautiful. This is a magical place. They call it the land of the gods, the island of the gods, for a reason. There is healing here. And not only is there healing here, but you really take yourself out of the chaos and put yourself into paradise, where you begin to understand, like, oh, I could have been doing this. And I love, I respect them, and I respect their culture. And part of their culture is service. Part of their culture is making the visitors happy. And I'm partaking in all of that. But it's a great place to come if you've gone through a divorce, if you've gone through some sort of separation from your job, from anything. If you just need a place to connect to yourself, to connect to God, to connect to spirit, this is a great place to come, and I highly recommend it. I've been here 4 years, and quite honestly, I'm in a place where I'm like, okay, spirit, you know, I feel like this is my safety net. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's good. I feel good. I feel better being here than I did when I was in the United States because of my injury with my back and my knee. It is beginning to heal. And I think a lot of times when you take stress out of your life, then you take stress off your body. You know, it's just like, it's inevitable, right? So, yeah, I'm in a place right now where I'm like, okay, I've been feeling safe here, but there's still much more to life. And now I know that I get to experience it. I can experience it. I can go anywhere. And I'm at that place right now trying to reconnect with myself on another level and ask the right questions again. Okay, where you want me to go now? What you want me to see now? What you want me to do now? Who you want me to be now? But if you want to be able to do that confidently, I am still open for you to book a consultation call with me. Let's carve out a way to get you here confidently. It's easier than you think. I'm sure it's easier than you think. Because for me, I never saw anybody just bopping around in different countries, living abroad. I never saw that. I never knew anybody, especially not in my family, who was doing that. I'm the first. So I want you to be the first. You can get the beautiful trees blowing. Knock my phone over. I want you to be the first. So anyway, if that's something that resonates with you, then I will leave, well, the link is in the bio, and you can book your call with me today.